Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we are going to do a type of a one-sheet wonder. I've done something similar a year or so ago with a large wreath, but I'm going to do this as a cross on a almost full sheet of paper. But I'm using, in the video, I wasn't a fan of how dark this was, so I'm going to change this out and not use it on the video, but I am using the stamps from the Irresistible Blooms set. And to make my one sheet wonder, I've cut my 8.5 by 11 down to 8 by 10.5, so it's 8 by 10.5, just so that when I do the stamping, because what I found is I had to trim too much off. But what you do is you kind of create an imaginary cross, or you use your grid paper and you line it up so you're centered. And then you have your lines to follow. You start with your biggest stamp, and I'm going to do this in Flirty Flamingo. And you just kind of stamp along that center line, making sure that you're on both sides of it so that you can have the color on your card. So I'm just coming through with the color. And if you think about it, I'm going to be cutting down this line and across this line. So this one isn't going to have much in the way of the Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to add some more in here. And I'm going to add a little bit more there. And a little bit more up here. And a little bit more down here. And maybe just one there and one there. Now I've really filled this up more than I had actually intended to. So let's just keep working with it and see what happens. Line that back up again. I'm going to use soft seafoam for the leaves, and I'm just going to add them in wherever it seems like a good place to add them in. There, put some there. What we're doing now is we're kind of building out the card a little bit. And you can put as few or as many as you want in, and you can put them however you like, wherever you like. If you think there's going to be a gap when you cut the paper, you can add in. And if there is a gap when you cut the paper, you just get your stamps out and you fill it in. It's sometimes you don't realize there is a gap until you've cut it, and then so you just add some more color. It's that simple. Okay, so we've got lots going on there, so let's just close that up. And I've got the scatter dots that are in the stamp set, and I'm going to do those in Petal Pink because I want them to be subtle but still visible, and these are going everywhere. So it fills in any kind of white space that we've got, and I'm just going around, basically stamping over the whole thing. And just keep going, and if you want to turn it around so you have a different pattern, you can turn it around. It just gives that, just softens up the edge and kind of makes everything blend in together again. So I'm just going to keep stamping. And I feel like I should be playing background music or something while I'm doing this. Okay, so now that's done. Now I need to cut it up. So I'm just going to push my inks out of the way, and I need my paper trimmer, and I need to cut this to 5 1/4 by 4. So I'll just move this down so you can see. So 5 1/4, because I've already cut it down. So 5 1/4. So I should have two pieces that are 5 1/4, and I do. and then I need to cut them at 4. And again, I've already trimmed the paper, so when I do this, I'll end up with 5 1/4 by 4. There's 2 pieces, and let's cut this one now at 4. Okay, so what you end up with is 4 card fronts that you can use. This is a great way to make a series of cards. I always like to stamp in this kind of top right hand corner. So you're going to have some that go this way and some that go this way. If you're fine stamping over here, absolutely stamp over there. But what I've got in here somewhere under here is a Flirty Flamingo card base. I've done this one on the soft sea foam, so you can see the difference in how it picks things up. And I think I'm going to use, which piece? I'm going to use this piece, I think. It's very busy, but let's just see how the stamping, the greeting over top goes with it. So I'm just going to move the light a little bit. Sorry to, might make people dizzy seeing things move like that, but we're going to use this, and we're just going to stamp the thank you down like that. And there we go. We've got the thank you on there. If you feel like it doesn't jump out enough, you can always stamp it on another piece of paper, cut it out. This would be good with ribbon around it, and add some bling. Might see if I've got some bling on my shelf that I can add on just really quickly so I don't extend the video for too long. But here we go. I've got my bin of bling out and see what we can find. Do I have something that I can use? I don't really have anything right off the hop here that I can use, but I can color some of these, and I want my Flirty Flamingo pens. And what's this one? This is Dark Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to pull these iridescent pearls. And you've seen me do this before. If you've watched my videos, I just color them. You have to be a little bit careful because it can kind of mess up the end of your blends there. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to use my pick tool. And it's just not sticking. There we go. I'm just going to pop some of these just around. Oh, come on, sunshine. There we go. I like, we had the opal rounds and these iridescent pearls. You can color them and come up with your own kind of bling. And you don't have to buy every single bling color there is out there. So there, we've just added just that little bit of interest with a little bit of bling on there. So that's kind of 2 versions of the same kind of card using the cross method of doing a one sheet wonder. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.